The belief that a resting heart rate of 40 or 50 is the ultimate sign of cardiovascular fitness is a dangerous myth. You've been told it's elite fitness, but it's actually a sign of metabolic failure. We've been lied to because medical data is skewed by research on heart failure patients. In those cases, a fast pulse signals death, and they mistakenly applied that logic to the healthy general population. In reality, it takes a pulse of 80 to 90 beats per minute to properly deliver oxygen and sugar to your tissues to keep them warm and actively respiring. A low pulse means your cells are starving. Athletes develop these low pulses through chronic and stressful exercise. These intense stressors trigger constant surges of cortisol and adrenaline that actually wreck your metabolism over time, downregulating your system. High energy equals high performance. Even in school, high-achieving students average a pulse of 85, while the lower performers sit much lower. Metabolic fire drives the brain and the body. But as we age, environmental stressors and toxins slowly trade that metabolic fire for a slow, sluggish pulse that many of us mistake for athletic fitness. This is where the true decline begins. Contrast that with children, the healthy, happy, metabolic gold standard. They have a naturally high pulse and a steady body temperature of 37 degrees. They are thriving because their cells are producing massive energy. Your thyroid acts as your metabolic thermostat. It controls your heat and energy production. When it's suppressed, your entire system begins to downregulate to conserve what little energy you have left. Biological research suggests an optimal waking temperature of 36.5 degrees Celsius, which should rise to a steady 37.0 degrees during the day after you eat. If your pulse sits between 45 and 65, it's a sign your engine is slowing down. This suppressed thyroid state often leads to chronic fatigue, weight gain, and systemic energy failure. When your thyroid is suppressed, your body temperature drops. You feel chronically cold, especially in your hands, feet, and even the tip of your nose, as your internal engine simply shuts down. Stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol mask this underlying metabolic failure. In the short term, they are useful. They keep you going in an emergency, but rely on them too long, and they become toxic. This chronic stress-prop state leads to a cascade of issues: fertility problems, low testosterone, and increased estrogen. Your body artificially propping up its pulse masks the true damage being done. Scientifically, a pulse below 60 is linked to the toxic overexpression of nitric oxide, which dilates the heart ventricles and is associated with sudden death. You can test this yourself. A person running on adrenaline will often see their pulse and temperature drop after eating a nutrient-dense meal because the food suppresses those stress hormones. This drop reveals your true sluggish metabolic baseline. A healthy system should see the pulse rise after fuel, showing that your metabolism is successfully ramping up for the day. Instead, you face chronic lactic acid buildup and accelerated cellular aging. Driving your metabolism down for a low pulse isn't protective, it's degenerative. To fix this, you must upregulate your thyroid with high-quality fuel. Fruit juices suppress stress hormones, while mineral-dense foods like oysters and liver provide the essential nutrients you need to thrive. Aim for a resting pulse between 75 and 85 beats per minute. A warm body reaching 37 degrees and a pulse in the 80s are signs that your cells are thriving, not just surviving. Check your pulse tomorrow morning. It might tell you more than you think. Fuel your metabolism and subscribe for more metabolic truths. Time to find your healthy rhythm.